Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I am Brandy Andrews. A really highly requested video I get often is a house tour, so today I have decided to let you guys in, so let's check it out. Okay, so starting off, as soon as you walk through my front door, you are welcomed by one of my many living rooms. I just had bought a new couch for my main living room. I didn't like the comfort level of it, so please ignore all the plastic that's still on it. This is a front room, little TV, lots of windows. I can honestly say I've never used this room. I was gonna put a pool table there, so we'll see what I do. As soon as you walk forward, here is my dining room. Another piece of furniture I have never used in my house. You guys have suggestions of what I should put here? Let me know. Like I said, I've thought about pool tables, some sort of entertainment, something I would use, but yeah, I haven't used it. So first I'm gonna show you my first custom art piece I've had done for this house. This was done by a local artist here in Vegas. I am not much of your modern, everyday kind of girl. This house I did purchase fully furnished. I'm not great at styling things together, so I left it and I've slowly tried to add like my kind of style to the home, and this is one of many art pieces I had done. It still looks great with the house though, and I decided the house needs some color, so purple is what I chose. Next, we will move towards my kitchen. This is my most used room in the house. My kitchen. As you can see, we've got a big, long island here, chef's kitchen. This is where I sit and get all of my work done. This is where I sit and I eat. This is where I sit if I'm watching TV. This is where I sit most of my days getting my stuff done. This is my little workstation I have right behind. I've had a lot of fans ask me, how are you on so many platforms all at once? I have my main phone. I have about 3 backup phones. I have my A7 camera. I have my iPad. I have my laptop. I have my DJI. This is my workstation. I bring it over here and I work. When I take little breaks, obviously this is where I have all of my food, my pantry. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I Uber Eats a lot because cooking takes up so much time out of my day that I don't have. So I just kind of order food, continue to work. When it gets here, eat and work. I am a working machine. I would show you my fridge, but I think it's gonna be pretty boring inside. I don't honestly think there's anything in there. So if I do eat, it's a lot of vegetables. I have my pressed juice machine, which gets the most use in my kitchen. I would say it's mainly just chicken and broccoli. So and then we will move on to the living room. Now, although I don't use this room a whole lot, the last piece of furniture, like I said, I bought this house fully furnished, was not very comfortable. Looked great, but it wasn't comfortable. So after buying the white couch that I did not like, I decided to get this really nice, soft, comfy gray couch. My brother does visit quite often. He did live with me for a while and his friends were over, so I figured we could fit a lot of people. And if you know me, you know I love football. So I'm starting to get into NBA as well, my little sports betting I do. I love to sit on this couch, watch the games, and I am not gonna lie, I have had these lights up since Christmas, and it is such a vibe having these like neon blue lights at night, so I left my icicles up. I also don't wanna have to take them down and put them back up, so I just left all my Christmas lights. As you can see, they're everywhere. I covered the roof in them. I like to go all out. As for this wall, this is my pride and joy right here. So when I first moved in, I had a backyard full of just rocks and debris from all of the reconstruction. There was nothing back there. It was horrible. I am outdoors more than I am indoors. I love being outside. This was an ugly wall with an ugly chimney, so I knocked it all out. I put these big doors so I could feel like I'm outdoors when I'm indoors, and I'm gonna show you my favorite part of the house, the outside. When you first step out, you can see everything. I did get a lot of turf put in. I got all the landscape done. I got the privacy trees. When they first came in, they were this big, so there was zero privacy. I got my mirror, my amazing pool that most of you know me for. I'm pretty infamous for my pool lives. I got my favorite trees, my little plants, the birds of paradise to add some color. My hot tub, also another infamous thing about me. I did get a putting green put in. It got a lot of use, but I wanted a nice sitting area area for my meditations, for my morning coffee. So I added some sitting area. Unfortunately, I had to sacrifice something, and the putting green is what got sacrificed. And my last infamous thing, you guys know me from my ice baths. I had a horse trough. I'm a Texas girl. I had a horse trough that I handmade into an ice bath, and I decided I earned a professional ice bath. Not gonna lie, these things are a lot of maintenance. I have a filter that needs cleaned out and a lot of other things, so I won't be using it today for you, but welcome to my sanctuary. All right, we are going to work our way back into the house, and then we're gonna go upstairs to where all the magic happens. Okay, as you come up the stairs, you will see another one of my custom paintings. Like I said, I tried to put my own spice and flavor into the house. I love like streetwear, street art, all of that. This was a custom cause painting that I had an artist out here in Vegas do for me. I kind of gave him an example of what I wanted, and he put his own, artistic flair on it, and it came out great. I really, really love it. So that's another one of the paintings I was referring to. To your immediate left, when you come up the stairs, here's another living room, our third living room in the house. This is just kind of a chill area. This actually gets used more than I thought it would. But yeah, we all just kind of hang out here. There's TV, another little office area in the corner. But as you know, my office is in the kitchen, so it doesn't get used very much. And now I will bring you into the bedroom. Okay, here is my bedroom. I do a lot of video calls, lives, and things like that in here. The lighting's great. I'm really big on lighting, obviously. My infamous mirror, where you will recognize a lot of my photos. I have my little money tree, and I just love this view. Another reason why I wanted my backyard to be like my sanctuary. I just wake up in the morning, it's what I see, and I love it. Now, onto the bathroom. Also pretty infamous. I use a lot of locations in my house for all my lives. As you come into my bathroom, you will see my mess that I use to get ready every morning. All of my great lighting, and this is why I do a lot of my lives here, to just have this lighting in my face while I'm going live. Looks great. A lot of my shower videos happen in here, and everybody loves this feature. So I get a lot of compliments on this painting. It was from Z Gallery. I don't know, it was like my first painting I ever bought for my apartment like years ago. It was like one of the first, I guess you could say, like accents for a home. This is like when I first ever started making money and I was able to afford extra things for my house, and I got that. So it has like some sentimental value to me because it was like my first time ever achieving a little bit of success to where I was able to add something extra to my home just because I wanted to and not because it was a necessity. So I will forever keep this. I love it as well. I think it goes great here. I get a lot of the flowers that never die, and they were looking great here, and I just started running out of places to put them, so I'm gonna have to do something with those. But the TV, also an amazing feature, very relaxing for a bath. You can pop on a show, whatever, turn the fireplace on. It's a whole vibe, and it's relaxing, and I love it. So now a lot of people want to see my closet, and I think you're gonna be really disappointed because I am not your typical girl. If you're new here, I'm sorry. If you're not, you know that I'm not a girly girl. I don't like high heels. I don't ever really wear them. When it comes to purses, this is what you'll see. Maybe like I got my tap to pay on here, so I don't need a purse, but just carry my phone around. Here are all of my clothes. And these are my high heels that I have to use for videos. But when it comes to expensive red bottoms and things like that, I don't own a single pair. They're actually very uncomfortable. I've tried them on. I got these as a birthday gift and these as a birthday gift. So yes, they are designer, but don't wear them often. I love my Jordans. So you will see all of my sneakers here, across the top here. The closest thing to Jordans I would say from Louis Vuitton are the Louis Vuitton trainers. So I do have a pair of those. When it comes to purses, like I said, I got two purses. I got this purse 8 years ago for my birthday. I got this one 2 years ago for my birthday. I own two purses, guys. Sorry to disappoint you, but again, I got some Fashion Nova heels and two purses. So that is about it. So we'll move out of here. Then we will make our way to the other bedrooms. There's a bathroom here. There's 2 bedrooms back here. And then this is my brother's room / guest bedroom. Another custom piece, Carmen Electra's face. She actually posted it on Instagram and she was my first and last celebrity crush. So I got a Carmen Electra piece. He knew I liked her. He copied a very famous photo of her and I decided to put it here in my guest room. Very anticlimactic, I know. And then last but not least, let's go downstairs. I've got one more thing to show you. I forgot to show you guys my Raiders blanket, my little good luck Raiders blanket I keep on my couch for football. But as you can tell, it's not been very good luck. So this is my garage. Again, I traded shoes and purses for toys. I had the garage, the same artist, come and paint the garage. I wanted kind of like a vibe in here and I love it. I will turn some music on my YouTube on the TV. I need to get my bag hung. That didn't go so well the first time. I have my go-karts, my little toys. I have some other toys, but I keep them somewhere else. And then this was a bicycle we got during COVID because we were bored and it was the only thing. Got my son's PW50. I had my other son, the Honda CRF. It was like a 125, I believe. Then I got rid of the big dirt bike for a Sur-Ron. We'll go over that later. And when I first bought this home, it was during COVID, so I didn't get to see it. I FaceTimed my realtor. She came at 8 o'clock at night. It was raining, so they had canceled all the showings, and it was just meant to be. So I got the house. It was listed as a 5-bedroom, and when I got here, I said, but there's only 4 bedrooms. Like, am I missing something? And they said yes. So this was a 3-car garage, which probably would have suited me a little better because, like I said, I have more toys, but I'm not able to keep them here. And so they turned the 3rd-car garage into another bedroom. Obviously, I can't have my guests staying in a garage, so I got creative. I turned the bedroom into my streaming room. Okay. So it's a work in progress, but I got my PC, I got my whole little setup. I was streaming on Kick for a while, but for some reason they didn't like the vibe as much as my pool outside. I wonder why. I got the lights put up. I was getting like a lot of light up things going, but like I said, I stopped construction halfway through in here because the streaming room was not as big of a hit, obviously, with just this in the background, as my backyard or my bathroom. So I went right back to streaming there. I got my little Pokemon, and yes, I actually do know all about Pokemon. I've been collecting cards since like 5th grade. I have a binder with every single Pokemon card I've ever collected in evolutionary order. Obsessed. I started to collect the little light up ones for the shelf, but then stopped. Yeah, as soon as the room construction stopped, I kind of stopped streaming in here, but I love it. It's so comfortable. It's attached from the house. So I have like good privacy. Maybe I'll come back to streaming in here. Who knows? And then of course, every room has to have a selfie mirror. So I would say for the most part, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I have, I guess, a good rundown I would like to go over my toys with, but I think I'm going to save that for the next episode. So if you guys are interested, make sure to tune into the next episode and I will see you there. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode as well, and I'll see you on the next one.